Let me first say that I'm delighted to welcome you to our City of London and to the BBC for this, the 38th International Feature Conference, which is organised under the auspices of the European Broadcasting Union. It's great that you've made the journey here. I hope you've had a trouble-free journey to us and now ready for the work and, just as importantly, the play that lies ahead. Let me just say, though, that as a member of the EBU's Radio Committee, I do know just how tough many public service broadcasters are finding the current economic environment. So it's particularly pleasing to see so many nations and so many broadcasting organisations making a commitment to this conference. I can tell you that we have a total of almost 140 registered delegates, including programme makers from as far afield as China, Australia, the USA, Canada and Egypt, and many others will be joining us over the next 2 days. During that time, you will hear and discuss some wonderful programmes and have the opportunity to share ideas with some of the most talented radio professionals in the world. Neil Brown, who founded the IFC, is with us, as are many other familiar and experienced faces. But you'll also be pleased to know that there is also a substantial contingent of promising young feature makers ready to challenge us with new ideas and perspectives. In a world in which we are constantly told that listener attention spans are short, that listeners crave visual stimulation, pictures or video, it's good to see the radio feature in such good health and attracting new programme makers. Those of us in this room know that the best pictures are not on television or on the web, they're on the radio. The best pictures are pictures you and your colleagues paint in our minds, and long may that continue. So, thank you for coming. Do enjoy the conference, and now let me hand you over to the coordinator, Simon Ellis.
Thank you, Graham. Very, very warm welcome to you all from me, Simon Elmes. I've been my goal, my ambition to bring the IFC back to London for the first time in 16 years for a very long time, and I couldn't have done it without Graham's fantastic, unstinting support. And I'm going to embarrass you, Graham, because you're very modest, and I know that it's the sort of thing that you really believe in. You have always backed features. You have backed them through thick and thin, are very expensive and very difficult sometimes art form, and you have been the great supporter of features through thick and thin. So thank you. The founder of the BBC's feature department about 6 decades ago said that the radio feature was the only unique form of radio that radio has given the world, and I think that's wonderful. And in very, very hard economic times, the last time we had economic times as hard as this, the BBC was just 9 years old. To have as many people, as Graham said, visiting London for the International Features Conference has been absolutely superb. I'm really, really thrilled to have so many people with you. You've always also, Graham, supported the International Features Conference. You've sent people to the EBU International Features Conference, to the quality. I remember you sent me to the quality assessment conference once. When there was another backing for an EBU deal, which was absolutely fantastic. You send people regularly to the IFC and to the EBU Master School and to the Pre-Europa, and that is something that's a real resolution, a resolve in terms of international features, which we Brits are sometimes not very good at recognising the internationalism of the feature. So thank you very much indeed, and thank you all for coming. Sadly, the chair of the IFC steering committee, Lorelei Harris of RTE in Dublin, cannot be with us this year through ill health, but she is here in spirit, and she is also here in voice. And here is Lorelei's words from Dublin.
Dear colleagues and dear friends, I am deeply sorry that I am unable to be with you at the International Features Conference this year. Having sat in planning and pre-selection meetings with the rest of the EBU Features group, I know exactly how good it's going to be. However, perhaps it is my fate as an unreconstructed radio person to morph into a voice emanating from a box. So here I am, at Simon's behest, disembodied, And I would like to take this opportunity to thank our hosts, the BBC, for their belief in what the International Features Conference does, for their hospitality, and for the great welcome I know you have all received. I would also like to wish you all a wonderful week of professional listening, discussion and debate. The International Features Conference is one of the cornerstones of our genre of radio documentary making and features production. It is where we go to renew ourselves as program makers and to learn through the mutual exchange of ideas and skills. It is where we form bonds across national borders and cultures. Enjoy it, cherish it, and above all, be inspired by one another. Dear colleagues and dear, dear friends.
Thank you, Laura. Finally, we talked briefly about the young program makers who are with us, and there are some very, very special ones with us this year. Gathered here are the winners of the celebrated Blomstrom Award for Young Feature Makers, and here's Elisabeth Stratka of ORF in Austria to tell us about it.
Hello everybody, unfortunately I can't be so fluent and quick as Simon. I will use less words to be brief. On behalf of the Blomstrom Award Committee, I'm honored to welcome this year's laureate 2012. As most of you already know, the Blomstrom Memorial Prize is an annual award of travel grants to young feature makers to enable them to attend the IFC. It was established in the late 1980s in the honors of Blomstrom, who was for many years head of documentaries in Swedish radio. Today the Blomstrom Prize is a joint venture between 9 countries. It's Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark, Ireland, Belgium, Germany, Croatia and Austria. These countries give an annual donation to finance the award, and in the jury 2012 there was Hannu Karisto from Finland, who is not with us today, I think. Then Ilva Lindgren from I saw her somewhere. Gabi Hermer from Germany, and Hege Dahl from Norway. Many thanks to the members of the jury. It was a great work they've done by listening to 14 submissions. The standard of the entries was high, and I'd like to address now the winners of the competition. Many congratulations to Elisabeth Putz from Austria. Tells us the story of Lacan and of a young woman going through a psychoanalysis. Elizabeth, this is your diploma.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And there are some Austrian sweeties, I guess.
Perfect, thank you.
These sweeties are well known in Austria because almost every child has hanging on the Christmas tree. At least they were my favorites. Next one is Ksenia Donskaya from Russia. Her documentary is called Net Hamsters and the Protests in Russia. Was broadcast at the NRJ network station, and it tells about the protest against unfair elections in her home country. Next one, Askild Matre Azarov. I hope I spelled the name right. Has a program that's called Thomas Harriot's Missing Notes. It presents the story of a 450 years old book in the Oslo University Library, where very interesting handwritten notes are found, and suddenly the book disappears, and it's some sort of historical crime. So, this is a diploma. Last but not least, Bartosz Panek from Poland. Bartosz's program, I couldn't spell it. He has to do. Could you tell me the title?
Do you want the original version?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Uczywa mówić się po warmińsku. We learn Warmian.
Yes, it's about the Warmian region in Poland and its special dialect. Congratulations, Patrick. We feel, the jury feels that the programs will make an inspiring contribution to the conference, and many congratulations once again to your success.
No more speeches, eat, drink and be merry, and for tomorrow, we work.
So, we start.